All right, today we're going to unpack a really powerful playbook for transformation. And it's a story about a proven solution that, honestly, comes from a place you would never, ever expect. It all kicks off with this one simple question. What on earth can a customer service call teach us about fleet safety? I know, it sounds totally random, right? But stick with me here, because the answer reveals this incredible shared problem and, even better, a shared game-changing solution. So, at the very heart of all this is a problem of scale. You can think of it as the human bottleneck, and it's a challenge that just hammers any industry that's dealing with a massive flood of data. I mean, just think about it for a second. When there is simply too much information for any one person, or even a whole team of people to possibly review, what gets missed? The answer is, well, almost everything. And that's exactly where our story really begins. Okay, so let's step into a world that, at first glance, seems like it has absolutely nothing to do with this, the contact center. This is an industry that was just completely and totally overwhelmed by data. So get this, a pretty typical medium-sized company, they might be handling something like 10,000 customer service calls every single day. That is a literal mountain of conversations, feedback, and potential problems. Okay, now picture a quality assurance analyst. A really good one, who's listening super carefully, taking detailed notes. They could maybe get through 15 of those calls in a day. So you've got 10,000 calls coming in and 15 being reviewed. The math, it just doesn't work. Not even close. And this chart just shows you the brutal reality of that math. Before this new tech came along, a staggering 98% of all customer interactions were a complete black box. Let that sink in. 98% of what your customers were saying, all those compliance risks, just unheard, vanished into thin air. But then something happened. A technology showed up that didn't just improve the process a little bit, it completely transformed it. This was speech analytics. And here's the crucial thing to get. This wasn't just a minor upgrade, like getting a faster computer. The source material puts it perfectly. The leap wasn't from bad tools to good tools. It was from sampling a tiny, tiny fraction to achieving total coverage. This is so important. It wasn't just a step forward, it was a phase change. You know, like water turning to ice? The fundamental state of how the entire industry operated was changed forever. And the results? Oh, they were absolutely dramatic. I mean, look at these numbers. HomeServe saved over £5 million. Elevon retained $1.7 million of revenue in a single quarter. And Gartner's forecasting this stuff will cut labor costs by 80 times billion dollars. These aren't just small wins, these are the kind of impacts that alter an entire industry. Okay, now hold on to that story, because this right here is where we connect all the dots. We're about to see a mirror image of this exact problem, just playing out in a totally different industry, fleet safety. And as you're about to see, the math is exactly the same. Look at this parallel. It's incredible. On one side, you've got contact centers with analysts who can only review a tiny piece of all the calls. On the other, you have fleet safety supervisors who can only coach on a tiny piece of all the driver events. It is the exact same structural bottleneck. And does that look familiar? It absolutely should. We are looking at the same donut chart, just with a different title. A 98% blind spot. That means 98% of driving behavior, of teachable moments, of potential risks are never, ever reviewed. This is the big aha moment. It is the same problem. So, if it's the same problem, we don't need to go and invent some brand new solution from scratch. We just need to run a playbook that we already know works. This is the speech analytics moment, but this time, it's for drivers. So what does this AI transformation actually mean? Well, it's pretty simple. It means you move away from doing those manual, random spot checks, and you move to 100% automated coverage. I'm talking every single driver, every single shift, every single event, it all gets analyzed. The blind spots are just gone. And look, this doesn't replace supervisors, not at all. It empowers them. It actually changes their job for the better. They can finally stop doing all those tedious random reviews. Instead, the AI brings the most critical alerts right to them. This lets them focus their valuable time on high-impact interventions and coaching the specific drivers who truly need their help. So what's the ultimate takeaway here? It's that sometimes the most innovative solutions aren't about reinventing the wheel. Like the source material says, the playbook already exists.
We're just running it on a different field. And it really makes you wonder, what other proven playbooks are just sitting out there, waiting to be applied in a whole new game?